My name is Theresa Morales. I founded the So Blessed Ministry on the island of Roatan in Honduras. My oldest son actually lives down there, and I had gone on vacation, fell in love with the beaches and the sunshine and all that kind of stuff. And we had drove by the dump, and what they do on the dump is they throw pop cans on the road so that the cars will crush them. And of course I said, somebody ought to do something about these poor people that work at the dump. Well, you got to be careful what you tell God, because God will say, you're the one that's going to come and do that. So I ended up in Roatan. The Ministries was designed so that we could touch the lives of the women who work at the dump. They work in the dump in the hot sun, 8 hours a day, 24/7, 365 days a year. There's no breaks. And they're not really dump workers. They're people that are so poor that the only means of any income at all is going into the dump and going through the trash bags and pulling out pop cans to recycle, or glass or metal or those kind of things. So they don't have a lot of education, and they don't have a lot of life skills outside of working in the dump. We teach them how to sew so they will have a sustainable income. They're going to have the skills where they can go to a craft fair and actually talk to them and make change and talk about the product that they made and the skills that they have. The most rewarding thing about this whole ministry is that we get to build the confidence in the women. We see them growing closer to God, and we see them develop these skills that we've been teaching them. They're now proud of the things that they make. They now can have this ability to communicate with people, or they know that they're valued and they're loved. I would love to tell the story of these three sisters. They're very precious to me. They came into the sewing class and they were sewing, and we were doing inventory, and one of them discovered that she had $650 worth of inventory already made, and the middle sister, she had about 450, and then the third one, who was very quiet and meek, had about 300 some, right? And they were figuring up in their head, oh, this is a lot of money. The meek woman said, well, my sister is rich. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, maybe, I don't know, I doubt it, but all right. And she said, yeah. So she told the story about her mother, and then the middle one told about how they were going to be able to get out of the mud hole. They were trying to build a house, and now they could make their life better. And then the third one said, yes, my husband works at the dump, and now he can actually not work at the dump. And we can live on my money, and I'll share with him, and we'll have a family, and we can do that. And when she said that, I thought, that's why I'm here, so that they don't have to work at the dump. Currently, our biggest need is that we really need monthly supporters. We have a future goal of, we want to make this sustainable, the ministry, and we want to make sure that we can pull women out of poverty, and we have a wait list where more women want to take the class. So we know that if we could keep this going, that it would be a big influence on the families, the community, and that God can work in miraculous ways. And I want to see that. I want to see God working and changing lives.